Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh my god, I've never seen the socket be so dirty. What's going on? Timmy Joe. It's a computer with a bunch of stickers on it. Today on the program, we're gonna find out if we can fix it. That's right, because this computer is not very great or anything, but it's a client of mine's, and I fixed it before for him. It was a Windows issue, but this computer here now will just automatically restart itself after about a couple hours of gaming, and in the little troubleshooting that was done, he says that the GPU fans aren't spinning anymore. So what do we have here? Well, it's really dirty. So this is probably Phenom, I believe, if I remember. I think it's not even a 6-core, it might be a 4-core. And the graphics card's like a 960 maybe, or something like that. Let's see, I can tell you right now it is, yep, it's a 960. So, I don't know, maybe I should just turn it on and see what happens. It's an Antec case, and it's really dirty. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. And he is right. The Gigabyte fans are not spinning whatsoever. So that's an issue. Both of them died? Not seeing any display output either, so that's not good. Well, we're not off to a very good start, are we? I'm gonna put in my handy dandy GT610, and we're gonna see if I can get a boot off that. See if the video card actually is the problem for this specific situation. Who knows, maybe it's not the video card. It's definitely possible that it's that in transport something got jostled in there and it's something else is the problem, but this will solve things real quick here. So I'm gonna turn it on. I don't see that the graphics card fan is turning on this thing either. It's been a while since I've used it. And it's doing the same thing. It won't turn off with the power button. 960, I just want to see if I get a signal off this thing before we keep going. I just want to see if this thing works, this video card. I want to see if I can get it to boot. Let's see if I can get it to boot. Fans are turning on. Now that's interesting. HDMI 1. Ha! Okay, video card works and the fans spin in this configuration. Interesting stuff. So video card's not the problem, and I get the exact same thing on this when I turn it on. The video card doesn't have a fan spinning. Oh my god. Don't put that on my table. It's mushkin. See? Mishkin. It's like super value RAM. I don't know. Wonder if I plugged in a speaker if I'd get postcodes. And I've got a signal! Oh! Now we've got a pulse on the video card, even though I've got the other RAM in it. So all I did to just fix this so far is take the RAM out and put it back in. Let's get the other video card back in it and see what kind of terrible temperatures we're getting and stuff. Alright, will it boot with its own graphics card? Fans on the card are spinning now. Wish I would have got a shot of that before. Let's see, are we gonna get a post? Oh, there we go. Ultra durable motherboard. Hell yeah, it's ultra durable. So we got it working. Okay, I was worried there for a second. Did not want to have to try and find that caliber of a video card even right now. It's just so bad out there. Starting Windows 7, I've noticed, which is probably one of the issues here. Let's see, what kind of computer is this? I think it's a Phenom quad-core. It is a Deneb Phenom 2 X4 955 with all of 4 processing cores and 4 threads. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
One eternity later.
Okie dokes! It's been a minute. Check this out. 89 degrees with the fans running at 3,200 RPM. So there's obviously some sort of thermal issue with this GPU. Maybe it's worse or better with this off. There's a fan blowing directly at it, so I thought that might help. But no, we need to take this graphics card apart and repaste it. Obviously, it is getting toasty warm. Now, what about if, run this for a while. I want to check the CPU temps, but this old Phenom motherboard wasn't playing nicely with CPU ID's hardware monitor, so I broke out hardware info 64, and oops, I think that it's also not going to give me the accurate CPU temperature. It seems like I only have the motherboard's sensors, which are never quite as good as the CPU's sensors, but I don't see that there is a temperature coming directly from the CPU. Yeah, something's funky here. There's no way it's 40 degrees. So I can't even accurately tell what the CPU temperature is. Isn't that great? Well, it's telling me a BIOS update might let me see the temperatures. I don't see it being a problem. 318 this got, which at 3.23 gigahertz, I mean, that's slow. New thermal paste. It didn't really get too loud or anything. Well, I guess it wouldn't be getting loud if you can't tell the actual CPU temperature. Anyways, I don't think we're gonna have a problem with the CPU per se, but the GPU we definitely need to take apart and get to the bottom of. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the CPU off, and we're gonna make it happen. And I'll change the CPU thermal paste while we're at it, and we'll definitely take this some compressed air to this bitch as well before the day is out. So let's make it happen. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh my god, you can just hang it by there. And then I noticed that the socket is so dirty. I've never seen a socket get dirty like that. It's so gross. Alright, I literally had to go out and get some air. Well, some air. Just needed some air. Because that socket is so dang dirty, I couldn't let that go. I mean, this socket is so dirty still, but what do you do? Definitely have a bent pin. Oh, I do have a bunch of bent pins. Oh, lovely. Yep. A few bent pins on the end here. Ugh. So the thing about bending CPU pins back is it's never very fun, but it's totally possible. Get your glasses on, look real close. You see here, I've just taken a couple of things here. Usually I use a credit card. It works perfect because the gap on a credit card is about the same gap as the pins need to be. I left my wallet in the car and I can't find anything quite that close around here, but that's fine. I have some tweezers and a razor blade with, to keep things nice and true. And I believe I have straightened these out enough that they'll go back in the slot. So a couple more I need to do a little bit with. Like a glove. It's always good to take it out again and make sure that you actually got it in there. Yep. No pins broke off. Sure hope that that's good. All right, let's get that cleaned up. Can't say the same for that though. Oh god, it's so gross. One last thing I noticed here is that this fan was on blowing like 90, And there's a fan in here. There's only one. There's slots for two, but this fan wasn't on. And I can tell it's kind of noisy that he just unplugged it because it's too noisy. I have a little tip for you though. So Molex, you see, if you have these Molex fan connectors, they usually run off the 12-volt rail on Molex, which is the yellow one. The red one is 5 volts. And these crappy connectors are usually so easy to manipulate that if you just plug them in the wrong way, you'll see that that red wire is now going to go to the red wire here instead of the yellow one. If you can, it's that easy. Plug them in, there you go. You see that the fan is now spinning here at half the RPM, still pushing air, but I can barely hear it. That's what you want from an outtake fan like this. This fan here, also spinning. You can feel the air, but it's barely making any noise. So that's a quick and easy way to get some silence out of your crappy Molex fans. All right, wokey dokey, it's all cleaned up, blown out, re-thermal pasted, RAM reseated, and that fixed the initial problem. There were obviously some really long-standing issues with this system, and too much dust and heat and lack of thermal paste being reapplied. I see 66 degrees on the GPU after running this for I don't know how long, like 25 minutes now, and it never even hit 70. So we're definitely good on that front. Still can't tell what the CPU temperature is, but we'll be able to tell if the CPU temperature was a problem if we get a better score in Cinebench than the low 300s, 315 I think is what we did before. I'm not too worried about CPU temps with that CPU though, so I'll let this run and then we'll do a conclusion. 327. A little bit better. I mean, I'm sure it's just variance. The CPU was pretty much cemented to the socket or to the cooler there, so whatever. I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram and Twitter. This has been Diagnosing and Fixing a PC. Moral of the story is, keep your computer clean. These are $4 at the dollar store. So in the States, they gotta be even cheaper if you find them in the right spot. And once a month, I mean, this one's probably needs it, but once a month, once every 3 months, open the thing out, blow it out, for God's sakes. And when it comes to older 10-year-old CPUs and GPUs, the GPU's not quite that old, but you have to re-thermal paste them to keep the performance up. We fixed it as far as I'm concerned, and we'll be giving it back to the client, and he can keep playing his lower end games on his lower end hardware and be happy doing it. And it's gonna be a little bit quieter for him and a whole lot less hot and warm with a whole lot less blue screens. I haven't seen this thing shut off once since I've fixed it and stuff like that, so it's great. So I'm at Watch Timmy Joe Instagram and Twitter. Thanks to all the new Patreon members. I'm not forgetting you. By the end of January, I plan on having a whole Patreon situation going on with perks and benefits, and like actually be full on in the swing of things for 2021 without getting into it too hard. It's still been pretty hard to get to the office and actually get videos done, as you can tell, but I have some long-standing projects that I'm working on that aren't like a day project. They're a couple week projects, so that's what I've been working on lately, and it involves a record player and a see-through acrylic case and some other stuff, some things. So I'm at Watch Timmy Joe on Instagram, Twitter. Thanks to all the Patreon people that are popping up on the screen probably right now. And if you want to have your names in the credits, go subscribe on Patreon. You pay $1 or whatever, I'll put your name in the credits. I love all you guys. Fix your PCs, keep them clean, and maybe you can play some Counter-Strike on an old Phenom and not even worry about it. I'll see you guys in another video.